Hello guys. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we shall be discussing the concept of place of supply for online information database access and retrieval services. What is an OIDAR service? Both the following conditions must be satisfied to be a OIDAR service. If one is not satisfied, the service is not OIDAR. Delivery is mediated through internet. The supply is essentially automated, involving minimal human intervention and impossible without information technology. Examples of OIDAR services: advertising on internet, providing cloud services like Google Drive, provision of e-books, movie, music, software, and other intangibles via internet like Hotstar, Amazon Prime Video, providing data or information, retrievable or otherwise, to any person, in electronic form through a computer network. Online game streaming. Place of supply for OIDAR services shall be location of the recipient of services. Special provision, in case of a service provider outside India and a non-taxpayer in India. Supply of online information and database access or retrieval services by any person located in a non-taxable territory to a non-taxable online recipient, then supplier of services located in a non-taxable territory shall be liable to pay IGST. Example 1. A student in India registers in Netflix, US, for watching movies. Netflix becomes liable to register in India and pay IGST. What happens where the OIDAR service provider supplies services through an intermediary? If an intermediary located outside India arranges or facilitates the supply of OIDAR services from the service provider to the non-taxable online recipient, then the intermediary will be deemed to be the recipient of such services. But if the intermediary satisfies the following conditions, then it will not be considered as a recipient. A. The invoice issued by the intermediary clearly identifies the service and its supplier in non-taxable territory. B. The intermediary neither collects or processes payment in any manner nor is responsible for the payment between the non-taxable online recipient and the supplier of such services. C. The intermediary does not authorize delivery. D. The general terms and conditions of the supply are set by the service provider and not by the intermediary. Applicability of GST for OIDAR services. If location of supplier of services in India and location of recipient of service is also in India, then forward charge will be applicable in GST. Example 2. Hotstar registered in India allows Indian users to register and watch movies. GST is payable by the Indian users. If location of supplier of service is outside India and location of registered recipient of service is India, then reverse charge will be applicable in GST. Example 3. An Indian company registered asks Bluehost, US, for web hosting services. GST is payable by the Indian company under RCM. If location of supplier of service is outside India and location of unregistered recipient of services in India, then forward charge will be applicable in GST. Example 4. A student in India registers in Netflix, US, for watching movies. Netflix has to pay IGST. If location of supplier of services in India and location of recipient of services outside India, it will be treated as export of services. GST will not be applicable. Example 5. Hotstar allows foreigners to register and watch movies. GST is not applicable as it is an export of service. If location of supplier of services outside India and location of recipient of services outside India, it is not covered under GST. Example 6. Netflix, US, provides online movie streaming services to people in US. This is not covered in Indian GST. Who will register and pay GST for OIDAR services when the service provider is located outside India? In respect of import of OIDAR services by unregistered, non-taxable recipients, the supplier located outside India will be responsible for payment of taxes. The service provider will be required to take a single registration for paying IGST under the simplified registration scheme to be notified by the government. Either he will have to take registration, or he will have to appoint a person in India to pay GST. Does reverse charge apply in OIDAR services? The person receiving any such services, like OIDAR, should pay the IGST to the government only if he is registered under GST as a taxable person. Why does OIDAR service require a treatment different from other services? The peculiarity of OIDAR service is that it can be provided online from a remote location outside India. If a similar service is provided by an Indian service provider from India to recipients in India, then such service would be taxable. If such services are received by a registered entity in India, then GST will be payable under reverse charge. We hope you have enjoyed the video. In case you like the video, press on subscribe button and click the bell icon. For personalized query, you may reach out to us at info@baglobal.in.